Next question is question number 4. Write converse inverse and contrapositive of the following statements. Number 1, if x is less than y, then x square is less than y square for x, y belongs to set of real numbers. Our question is write converse, inverse and contrapositive of the following statement. If we see that the given statement is a conditional statement, that means given sentence is implication having two components connected by means of if then, and we have to write its converse, which is also an implication statement. Inverse, which is also conditional statement, and contrapositive, that one is also implication or conditional statement. That means by means of given conditional statement we have to form another conditional statements which are converse, inverse and contrapositive of this given conditional statement. The given conditional statement is having two components, p, x is less than y, q, x square is less than y square. So separating them, let p is a statement x is less than y, where x, y belongs to set of real number. Another component or simple statement is x square is less than y square, where x, y belongs to set of real number. Both the statements are connected by means of group of word if then. That means if then is connective between them. So the symbolic form of given compound statement is P implies Q. Now it's number 1, converse is again a conditional statement which is Q implies P. That means Q implies P means if Q is hypothesis here, if x square is less than y square, then conclusion is x is less than y. That means if Q then P, if Q, if x square is less than y square, then conclusion is P, that means x is less than y. it is also an implication conditional statement, but it is converse of the given conditional statement where x, y belongs to set of real number. Second is inverse. Inverse of P implies Q is negation of P implies a negation of Q. That means if negation of P then negation of Q, that means negation of P is hypothesis and negation of Q is conclusion. Negation of P is connected with if negation of P is connected with if negation of P is x is less than y, negation its negation is x is greater than or equal to y. Then conclusion is negation of Q is x square is less than y square, its negation is x square is greater than or equal to y square. Therefore, inverse of the given conditional statement is square. If x is greater than or equal to y, then x square is greater than or equal to y square. Number third, contrapositive. Contrapositive, that means negation of Q implies negation of P. That means contrapositive is of a given conditional statement is if negation of Q is x square is less than y square, its negation is x square is greater than or equal to y square, then negation of P is x is less than y, its negation is x is greater than or equal to y, where x, y belongs to set of real numbers. Here also x, y belongs to set of real number. So these three statements are also conditional statement, and these are converse, inverse and contrapositive of the given conditional statement respectively. इसके और एक आध एग्जांपल ले लेते हम. Number 2, a family becomes literate if the woman in it is literate. A family becomes literate if the woman in it is literate. It is a conditional statement, and here two components. A family becomes literate, and second component, the woman in it is literate. Woman in it means woman in the family is literate. These two components are connected by means of word if then. That means it is conditional statement. Here second component, the woman in the family is literate, is connected with if. That means it is a hypothesis, and first component is conclusion, which depends on hypothesis. ये if से कनेक्टेड है सेकंड कंपोनेंट, यानी ये हाइपोथेसिस है, और ये फर्स्ट कंपोनेंट उस सेकंड कंपोनेंट पे डिपेंड है, हाइपोथेसिस पे डिपेंड है, दैट मीन्स ये आपका कंक्लूजन है। यानी ये कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट इस तरीके का था, इफ द वुमन इन इट मीन्स द फैमिली is literate, then conclusion is the family becomes literate. Let us consider first component is P. The woman in the family is literate, and second component is Q. The family becomes literate. Let P, the woman in the family is literate, and Q is the statement the family becomes literate. Now symbolic form. Of given compound statement which is conditional statement is P implies Q. Now we have to write its converse, inverse and contrapositive. Number one, converse. Q implies P. Converse is also a conditional statement. It is if Q then P, that means Q is hypothesis and P is a conclusion. It is also a conditional statement which is converse of the given conditional statement P implies Q. That means its verbal form is if Q, Q means a family becomes literate, then P, that means then the woman in the family is literate. Second, number 2, inverse. Inverse of P implies Q is negation of P implies negation of Q. That means it is also a conditional statement, and its verbal form is if not P. If not P means the woman in the family is not literate, then not Q, that means then the family does not become literate. That means the verbal form of inverse is if not P then not Q. That means if the woman in the family is not literate, then the family does not become literate. Now, contrapositive of given कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट मैं यहां पे लिख देता हूं इसको रब करके. नंबर थर्ड है कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव ऑफ द गिवन कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट P implies Q का कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव का निगेशन ऑफ Q implies negation of P and its verbal form is if not Q then not P. That means if not Q, if the family does not become literate, then the woman in the family is not literate. That means contrapositive होगा if the family does not become literate then the woman in the family is not literate. ये इस ओरिजिनल स्टेटमेंट कंडीशनल स्टेटमेंट का क्या रहेगा कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव. तो बड़ा सिंपल है. P implies Q का कॉन्वर्स होगा Q implies P, उसका इनवर्स होगा निगेशन ऑफ P implies निगेशन ऑफ Q और उसका कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव होगा निगेशन ऑफ Q implies निगेशन ऑफ P. अगर आपको सिंबॉलिक फॉर्म में इनवर्स कॉन्वर्स और कॉन्ट्रा पॉजिटिव बताते हुए आते तो उसका वर्बल फॉर्म में कन्वर्जन आपके लिए बड़ा आसान होगा, कुछ भी नहीं है. तो यहाँ पे ये एक्सरसाइज हमारी समाप्त हुई.